And we may have to build something. But we're not going to get involved in these great, big whopping 1 million, 2 million, 3 million things. For when every time I get up, I got a bleeding ulcer worrying about $1,000 in interest. We're not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. If we have to stay little rest of life, we'll stay little. But you fellas get out in the work, you ever get to the place, you get on that pressure, I'll tell you what'll happen. Every time you get up to preach, you'll be so burdened, not about souls. You'll be so burdened, not with feeding your congregation. You'll be so burdened, not with trying to help folks out. You'll be so burdened, not with what the Word says. You'll be so burdened with your debts that no matter what you say, at the end of that mess, you'll come out, put in the plate. Now look at where you start. You'll start following me and make fishers of men, and first thing you know, you'll be thinking about getting the tax money out of the fisher's mouth. That's right, brother. That's right. That's right. You'll start with my sheep have eternal life, and you begin to think about fleecing the sheep to get the wool. That's right. Once you get that burden, that thing will come around that way every time. And I hate to see it. I hate to see it. I heard Brother Falwell preach sometime, and I appreciate his preaching. When he really gets going, he gets going pretty good these days for especially in radio. He's pretty plain these days for preaching me what it is. Of course, he's not anything like, I mean, he couldn't hold a candle to, Mays Jackson, or Lackey or some of those real preachers. but he does a good job. And then you listen to him here in a 30-minute program, 15 minutes is, and if you will phone me, Jerry Falwell, at this toll-free number, 7265, I will return you. You will not return the call. The call isn't to you, it's to a battery of operators. And if you will write me today, Jerry Falwell, I will send you a personal letter. You're lying. Not one of those fellows ever sends out personal letters and answers those things. Those things are Xerox on a computer machine. Now, I don't know how things operate that way. That's the way they operate, see. Now, that's how to raise $8 million. If you can do that, raise $8 million. I couldn't do it and I couldn't look myself in the mirror the next morning. I kept looking in the morning and saying, why, you big liar. Telling that fellow you're going to write him a personal letter. How can you lie like that? I don't know how you are about these things, but I'm a self-taught artist. I had to teach myself how to paint and draw, and the only way I could do it is just bitterly criticize everything I ever did. I had to get back, critique it, That's a rotten picture there, so that one back there. And say, this is wrong, that's wrong, this wrong, this wrong. You have to be absolutely pitiless and unmerciful with yourself in order to produce anything that's any good, as far as the painting goes. I know about anything else, I know about painting. To produce a painting, you have to be absolutely merciless with yourself. You can't spare yourself anywhere. You can't get back and say, that's pretty good. That's not. You look at it and say, the cloud's too black, the hump's in the wrong place, it doesn't meet the right place, the cross are too tall, the bodies are too small for the side of the cross, the light doesn't come down the right place, the sky isn't bright enough for the light to come down, it doesn't reflect enough from the cloud back at the back, the hill's too green, it wasn't that green in Golgotha, there should be more rocks in the background, the figures are outlined with ink, and they couldn't be outlined with ink because when light comes down the body, it doesn't leave any outline, and just tear the thing up. And it's a terrible handicap to preaching, because when you get trying to raise money, you can't lie about it. When time comes to raise money, you can't get up there and put it on. You got to come up there and say, we need $160. You got it? I wish sometimes I could do it like they do it, but I can't do it. Say so. You got to be pious. You got to stand up there like you people here tonight. Now, say, now you're going to think this is funny. See, I know you. but you think it's funny because you know me, see. Now, if you didn't know me, I could get away with it. But you know me, so I can't get away with it. But to get up there and say, now, students. See? And that's how you do it. You do it like that, see? You get up there and say, now, students, I have a very pressing problem which I would like to share. I'd like to share with you. I know that all of you are very concerned about, I can't even get on with it trying to make it up, man. It just tastes like sour cabbage coming up in my mouth, man. I can't get to it. Those guys get on there and they'll put out that stuff day and night and day. And we had this beautiful little bronze pin, and we had a friend that has a gold plating company down. Cut it out, man. A gold plating company. Well, sell out and give it to missions. You got to plate gold. Let's see. 17. Not because I desire a gift, but I desire fruit that may abound to your account. But I have all, got plenty, and abound, got more than I need. I am full, than anything more, having received of Epaphroditus the things which were sent from you, an odor of a sweet smell, a sacrifice acceptable, well-pleasing to God. That's a sacrifice of giving, and that's a spiritual sacrifice. That's helping a preacher out financially, and the Lord accepts it as a sacrifice. And sometimes it is a sacrifice. I've heard missionaries say, I heard a missionary say one time, something I'll never forget. He said over there in Ethiopia, he knew a woman over there who sold herself into slavery to get money for a building fund to put up a little old Baptist church. Something like 10 years of slavery. I heard a missionary say one time got back from Korea, said a man and his son there, he went out in the field and found the boy pulling the plow and the old man with the reins and going along behind him, and then vice versa. They'd switch off. When he wanted to know what they did with the ox, they sold the ox to get money to put up a building. See? Now that's a sacrifice. See? And that's acceptable, well-pleasing to God. I'll tell you, one ox sold to put up a building half this size in Korea is worth $20,000 to buy 1 foot of Liberty Mountain. You can bet your booties. Philippians 4, verse 18. An odor of a sweet smell. I don't have to get me wrong. Now, I'm saying those things to emphasize a point, you understand? I'm like Martin Luther. He said almost anything to get it across. And I'll say it to get across. Now, I'm not condemning all of Falwell's work and not his preaching. He probably got some good boys, love the Lord, and he's sound himself, fundamental, believes the book, and thank God for what he's doing. He has a tremendous influence nationwide, which a lot of us never have had and never will have. See, so thank God all the way. More power to him. But I'm just pointing out some things for you to think about when it comes to this matter of gifts and this matter of giving.